First of all, I would like to thank Petros Machas for supporting and organizing this event. This is the second time the Embassy of India has been involved in such an event, which aims to inform Greek industries on one of the ways in which it can access skilled manpower from a non-EU jurisdiction. Therefore, allow me to use this occasion to brief you on the thinking process that lies behind the efforts we are making through this event. During the visits of Prime Minister Modi to Greece in 2023 and Prime Minister Mitsotakis to India in 2024, when the contours of our strategic partnership were being elaborated by the two prime ministers, one issue that kept coming up for discussion at the summit level was the great need for skilled manpower for the Greek industry and economy and the large availability of skilled manpower in India. The officials on both sides were therefore tasked to develop and negotiate a bilateral migration and mobility agreement, which some of you may have been told about when you contacted Greek officials. However, it is no secret that when you try and negotiate this sort of hybrid agreement that we are attempting to craft together, it is very complicated to negotiate. The migration and mobility agreement that the two governments are trying to negotiate is one that will try and marry the EU regulatory requirements of closely adhering to principles that will ensure organized pathways to migration, while at the same time trying to ensure that Greek industry has access to skilled manpower from non-EU jurisdictions. As someone who has some experience dealing with bilateral agreements, I can tell you ab initio that trying to negotiate a hybrid agreement of this sort is a very complicated job. And therefore, it should be no surprise that while we are making progress, the best I can characterize this progress over the last 2.5 years is that we are making slow and steady progress. But while governments have been busy negotiating this bilateral agreement, an active market for the supply of mid-level skilled manpower from India to Greece seems to have emerged all by itself. I like to refer to this as the emergence of a skilled labor market, which is somehow ensuring safe and secure skilled manpower mobility from India to Greece. This has nothing to do with the principles of organized pathways to migration. This is a pure phenomenon of labor mobility as a factor of production. A single worker, without his or her family, merely comes to Greece to earn higher wages, saves up most of what he earns, and takes it back to India to buy land in his village. Large Greek businesses, some of who are perhaps in this event already, are already accessing skilled manpower for their businesses in this way, in a safe and secure market. The main ingredient for the success of the functioning of this market is the recruitment agency industry in India, which has cut its teeth providing skilled manpower to the Middle Eastern countries right through their economic booms in the 80s and the 90s and up to the mid-2000s. The important takeaway we would like as an embassy for the Greek industry is to get acquainted with this recruitment agency industry in India and to learn how to distinguish between a well-established recruiting agency that can serve your skilled manpower requirements in a safe and secure manner versus the fly-by-night operators that may be only fronting for illegal immigration networks into Europe, which could certainly damage your businesses. Of course, the emergence of such a market spontaneously, all by itself, has some lessons for government officials like myself and the Secretary General here. But that is a conversation I would like to have with my Greek government colleagues separately. And hopefully one day this market experience will lead us in the right direction. But with that, thank you once again, Mr. Machas, for your support and the support of your firm. Thank you all for your attention to what I just had to say. I hope this event informs you as it has been designed to. Thank you very much.